Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of the Two Broken Escalators podcast. I am one of your two hosts, Noble. My other host today, his shirts, they fit him. His socks, he wears them. His tuchus, he's got one. Please, boys and girls, welcome Kyle to the show. Kyle, how you doing today, handsome?
Good. Thank you. Yeah, none of those are jokes. All those are real.
Yeah, we don't like jokes here. We don't like jokes.
I'm doing well. Thank you. How's everything?
Good. Before we were rolling into the pre-podcast portion, we were just talking about, because obviously the YouTube viewers won't see this in time. We are just talking about me not being the funny one in a relationship, and when I first met my girlfriend, I decided, because I used to be fat, so I had to develop a personality, which is why you'll see like so many glow up pictures. I mean, when you're fat or ugly when you're a kid, you have to develop a personality, right?
That's true.
So if I was never fat and abused, then I would just be hot and boring now, and that wouldn't be a very entertaining person. But luckily, I have the whole package, kind of a little dick, but mostly the whole package. So I was laying in bed talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she made a joke, made me laugh. It made me smile, chuckle. Like, it's a girlfriend joke, so it's way funnier than when one of your friends makes jokes, because you don't expect it to come out of their mouth. You're like, oh, good for you. Like, you're proud of them, really. She goes, does this mean I'm the funny one now? And I go, well, honey, you can't be the cute one and the funny one in a relationship. And it's actually an interesting topic, because you have to be one or the other in the relationship, right? You can't bring both, because what does that make the other person?
Rich.
Like, you're definitely the funny one in your relationship.
I should have waited to answer that one. That was too quick. I should have thought about that one for a bit.
But if you're gonna
say I'm definitely the what?
You're definitely the funny one. If you're gonna break it down into tropes, right? Like,
it's usually that way, right?
It's,
I guess,
the funny and just the more attractive one.
Yeah.
Because the funny one has been looking for someone. Yeah, like, how else could you put it? Like, the smart one? Well, you're both like, there's not really a smart one and a dumb one in a relationship, because
first of all, you're in a relationship. You're both stupid.
Fair. Imagine getting married, Lamau. Because being smart is relative, and I guess you could say being funny is relative too, but like, generally funny. If I put you in a room, because we talk about this a lot, if I put you in a room of 5 strangers and say you have 10 minutes to make them laugh, or I put your girlfriend in a room with 10 strangers, or 5 strangers, and say you have 10 minutes to make them laugh, she'll probably start crying, and you might make someone smile.
I could get them to laugh immediately.
Yeah.
Probably within 3 seconds. I just pull my pants down.
Nice. See, that's the thing about men. That's why men are better. That's the cojones.
Look, it's the little things. We don't get popular on Twitch, but we get to make a room full laugh.
Yeah.
Right. Starting off too strong here.
Yeah. We don't get to make any money, but at least we have our dignity. Oh.
No, I'd sell it for that money. I'd sell it in a heartbeat.
Would you? How much is your dignity worth, do you think?
Depends.
$20?
Depends what selling out your dignity is. Like, what am I selling it for?
Give or take $20. I don't know, a hand job under the bridge?
By who? Does anyone know about it?
I know about it, but that's because...
How much am I giving them?
Wait, are you giving him the hand job? How much is this hand job going to cost me? What do you mean? Well,
it's going to run you about $350.
How much am I going to have to pay you to get... You don't have to pay me, you're giving the hand job. Oh, I don't have to pay? Okay.
Yeah, sign me up.
That's actually pretty interesting on female versus male tropes, though, by the way. Have you ever seen, like, you've seen stand-up comedy before. You know how there's stool humor in stand-up comedy? Like, one of the comedians, usually a male, might pantomime fucking the stool.
No.
You never seen that before?
Like, he'll hump the stool?
Yeah, something like that. Or they'll use the stool for object comedy.
Oh, that I've seen, yeah.
Yeah. So I was listening to someone the other day. It was a female comedian. I don't recall her being very funny, but maybe I'm just a straight white male. I know the road is far ahead. I think that is the difference between like if you're gonna separate the difference between men and women, obviously there is a difference in a multitude of categories, but also women I don't feel like can get away with that stuff. Just like the same reason that men can't wear crop tops on Twitch. There is one. He's a wrestler who wears a crop top. It's kind of hilarious, but it's not the same.
Which who is it? What's the name?
Kip Sabian. You wouldn't know who he is. Are you gonna look him up in a crop top?
Yes.
He's very attractive, so he can pull it off. He's attractive enough to be like, well, you obviously look like a jackass here, but it doesn't really matter because you know that you're attractive.
He's that attractive, yeah.
His wife is also hot as shit too.
Wrestlers, man, they got the wife. They just gotta beat themselves up over it.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually very interesting how people get into that profession.
It's almost like the stunt double profession.
Stunt double's even weirder because, like, how do you decide? Like, you spend your whole life and then you're like, I like doing flips. I'm really good at taking falls. This is my job now. How would a stunt double get paid?
I guess people who have interests in acting and also like martial arts, like stuff like that.
The annual average. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, I was just say I feel like stunt doubles for the most part are also like actors. Not really actors, but also like interested in movies and TV, right?
I guess like they're definitely worth something. Probably.
What do they get paid?
I'm looking at it right now. In some cases, the stunt performer is paid by the length of the finish show. He's paid at least 2,300 for half an hour or 1 hour show. So I guess it depends on how often they get shows. And then someone was saying, career trend. I don't know how credible of a source that is, but annual salary of 62 to 70,000. But the figure will widely vary depending on experience and availability of work. Some stuntmen can make over 100,000 or even 250,000, but that isn't common. I don't think that I see like if I meet someone at a mixer at a gastro pub and I'm like, what do you do for a living? They say I'm a stunt. I don't know what that means, by the way. We'll get back to that in a second.
It's just like a type of pub. It's got like modern food. I think it's got like a certain variety of foods. Makes it a gastropub.
What does gastro mean in that sense?
It's like a specific like set of food. It's like a type of food that they offer. Not like a specific type of food, but like if it's in with this genre of food.
I'll allow it.
Hybrid pub, bar, and restaurant.
No. So it's just a fancy way of saying old school sports bar.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I didn't partake in any old school sports bar activities.
You probably did. We'll get to that in a second, though. Anyway, if some stuntman came up to me and he's like, if someone came up to me and he had a beautiful wife and he fucking driving out of the gastropub in his McLaren, I'm like, you probably sell drugs on the side. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't see a stuntman.
A lot of them probably do. A lot of them probably do have a side business.
Of selling drugs or just like side business
maybe like,
in general?
Maybe they're like a personal fitness trainer, or maybe they teach classes like taekwondo classes or martial arts classes.
Why is taekwondo just a name? Did you take taekwondo? Is that why your mind just immediately jumped to that?
No.
Did you ever take a martial art when you were a kid? I know you did boxing for like 2 weeks.
No, I did boxing for a while, but I didn't ever do taekwondo.
Did you do boxercise or boxing?
Boxing.
It
was with like an amateur fighter, but he taught like boxing classes because that's what he liked to teach more than like teaching mixed martial arts.
Have you ever sparred before?
Yeah.
Really?
For boxing, not for grappling.
Oh.
Like, I like grapple with my friends and stuff, but not like
just when you're hammered.
Yeah, not like in a mat, on a mat, like in a ring or anything. But I've boxed before. Like
no one wants to grapple with you. Weigh fucking 300 pounds.
I would just lay on them.
Yeah,
it's great.
Because I was gonna ask you if you've ever been punched in the face before, but I guess that answers that.
Yes, I have.
Did you wear headgear when you sparred?
Yeah.
Ever been punched in the face without headgear?
No, not like in like a stand-up fight. It's like a group fight, and I got swiped from the side.
Or in a group fight?
It wasn't like clean. It was like side of the head. It wasn't like a punch to the face or like nose or anything.
18 years old and drunk?
It's just like it was in high school. College, I was never in like a fight, like broken up fights, but like
There's definitely a maturity aspect to not being in a fight, right?
I think you never have to be in a fight, and like I think you have to make a choice to be in a fight.
Yeah, 100%.
The probably the only time it's like feasible is like when you or someone you're friends with is getting bullied, right, or someone you love, and
Yeah.
like maybe they don't stand up for themselves, so you do it for them.
Fighting,
like,
yeah, fighting should be like the absolute last resort, but I guess they teach you that after you take a martial art or you train long enough. Like, no one that actually actively trains is just looking for a fight all the time. Because fighting sucks. It hurts.
Yeah, no. It's like you're never. It's rare that it happens like it does like in the movie.
Yeah,
where you get off a clean punch and they get knocked out. Like you're probably gonna get hit a few times.
You're gonna get hit. It's gonna be messy. Someone's gonna fall and hit their head wrong, and you're 13 seconds away from a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I never seen that video of that guy
Humans
getting
are so fragile.
kicked in the ribs.
I watched it again like a week ago. I saw it again.
That makes me happy.
The internet.
When he sets up that round kick, when he thinks about it, because that guy made an active decision to break that guy's ribs, and I think it's so fucking funny.
Like there's a switch in his brain that just went, yeah, I'm gonna break his ribs.
So funny. He goes, ah!
Cody at their 10th time.
Oh, I don't mind like stuff like that, like where it's kind of street fights kind of freak me out though and stress me out. I don't like watching them so much. You see like you like watching them?
Yeah.
You see like a Muay Thai fight or something, like a Muay Thai fighter go into a street fight, you're like, oh, you know he's gonna win, but like,
oh God,
two idiots go in, you know someone's gonna win. Like those backyard fights, I don't like those.
People like there's like a ref and there's like they know they're gonna bare knuckle box.
Yeah, but they're like not really experienced. So like I watched one the other day where not the other day, probably months, maybe even years ago, where these guys are fighting and one of the kids is a wrestler. And it's like the second this guy takes this other guy down, he's gonna fuck him up. So he gets him. Do you know what a double leg is?
Double leg takedown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets him in a double leg, picks him up, slams him. Guy hits his head on the ground, knocks him out. Like, oh.
Concrete?
It might have been. I don't remember.
I mean, that's just like stupid, right?
They're fucking fighting. But the thing about that too is like the human head is so fragile that hard packed dirt.
Human body's so fragile.
Hard packed dirt basically does the same thing.
Yeah, if you're going at that speed, yeah.
Yeah. So
at least like grass wouldn't be as bad, but
the most frustrating part is like everyone's cheering, having a good time, and then you hear someone go, "Oh shit," and then give them space. I'm like, all right, we're done. Every single street fight.
Yeah.
Every single street fight. There's the exact same verbiage.
No.
Have you ever seen those videos where a brawl breaks on the street and someone drives into it?
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. I think it's just the image.
It's probably a super hood video. You can send it if you want, pup. I might actually have to watch that. That does sound funny. Does someone drive into it and hit people, or just drive into the middle of it? It's like, everyone stop fighting.
No, I think he means they hit it. They hit the people fighting.
Anyway, back to the activist. Like,
to me, is like they're trying to join the fight with a car. My turn.
You brought a car to a knife fight. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you have to make an active decision whether or not you actually want to get into a fight, and it's some maturity thing. Like, if you're a taxpayer, we'll just say like that's a mature adult. If you're a taxpayer, you have bills to pay, you have a girlfriend. Unless you're a piece of shit, like you're probably never gonna see a fight in your life. And
yeah,
if you
it's more rare than people make it seem.
Yeah, if you do, you just walk away. The thing is, though, you can easily peruse for fights. Like the most recent time that I've been in a situation like that was well, recently, but I won't get into that because I told you about that off stream. But like 2 years ago, on it 2 years ago? Yeah, it's 2 years ago. I'm 23. Oh fuck, I'm 23. Oh, we're gonna actually get to that in a second too, you old bitch. Um, yeah, 2 years ago we were going into a bar. I don't drink, of course, but my sister was in town, and my brother and his girlfriend were there, and we had another friend with us, and we were just bar hopping because she wanted to drink. It was both of our 21st birthday. So my brother's hanging on me walking into a bar, and this juiced up Monster Energy pre-workout bouncer, like, nah, you guys can't come in. Like, what? Like, I see him walking in here, he can barely even stand, he's drunk. My brother's just hanging. My brother loves me probably more than anyone else on the planet. He had been drinking. In fairness to the bouncer guy, he had been drinking, but was he not cognizant at all? No, because my brother's a champion drinker.
Respect.
Yeah. So we're walking into the bar, and he's like, "You guys can't come in." And then, we actually there's almost two fights. There's almost two fights. I think that day, maybe that week. I don't remember. That was a tough week. That was a tough week for Noble. But the fuck you battle starts, and it's like, I've I've been a part of these before. So the simplest thing is just like go stand in front of my brother. Like, we're not doing this. It's just a thing. De-escalate. But the other guy's fucking juiced out. It's his job to deal with people all the time, and my brother's got drunk courage. So it's like you can't make the same decisions, but you see stuff like that, and you're like, there's two parties to blame there. My brother being drunk, but the other guy, like, I don't, because it's kind of like the cop thing, because you don't know what can happen. But
should be diffusing the situation.
Yeah, I would say like 95%, like 98% of bouncers are just fucking juice heads, right?
They're just trying to throw people out.
100%. Like, they get off on throwing people out.
Which I get. It's probably a really boring job.
I wonder how much they get paid actually for like a low level bar or club.
It's not much. I'm only going off people at college, and
Because the thing is, your job is to be
college kids, so they're gonna abuse you.
Yeah, your job is to be big. Like, they don't have any more qualifications. Like, a real bouncer would have like some sort of martial arts training and CPR training.
Like a high end place.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, CPR training.
And he would have a fitted suit, but you see a guy in a fucking.
He'd look good.
You see a guy in t-shirt and jeans, and you're like,
with just like a beer belly.
You played football in high school and got hurt, didn't you? Like, let's be honest here.
Tell me your story. How you could have been all state.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, but while we're flowing into this, while we're speaking of me being old,
before you move on, there is nothing better than watching a drunk guy get beat up by a bouncer. Like a belligerent, like
the ones where the shirt always comes up and then their belly sticks out, and then their wife or girlfriend is down in the background. Get away from him!
I like the other ones better, where the ones that dress like their dad's a lawyer and they say that, don't you know who I am?
Nope. I've never seen those, and then they just get slapped.
Knocked out.
Never seen those.
It's like a justice boner, yeah.
The dad's a lawyer clothes. I actually have shorts like that, golf shorts. I really like those shorts, but I feel judged when I wear them.
I mean, just wear them.
But
you don't golf, so never mind.
Yeah, they're comfortable shorts, and they're pink. I like them.
So wear them.
Right now,
are they pink or are they salmon?
They're pretty pink. They're like Starburst pink. Right now, if anyone saw me, they'd be like, "Oh, Noble's wearing khaki shorts right now." Can you guess what they actually are, Kyle?
They're gym shorts.
They're board shorts.
What's the difference between board shorts and khaki shorts?
Khaki shorts are
board shorts don't have like the bottom pockets.
No, board shorts are for swimming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for swimming and surfing.
Oh, like surfboard. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I wear all the time.
Gotcha.
So they look really nice, and you're like, wow, that guy's actually really presentable. In reality, I'm just a degenerate and like comfort all the time, but I can make myself look good. Like how leggings actually kind of can be a part of outfits now. They kind of look good.
I'm wearing like these like kind of stretchy jeans that look nice.
Stretchy jeans are big in right now.
But they're nice.
What size shoe do you wear?
12 and a half?
Big guy.
12 and a half?
Big guy. Big tuchus. Little dick, but big guy.
Hey. Go with the bed.
Hey.
My chair's stinking.
I noticed.
You know what it is? When it gets too hot in here, I think I don't know. the motor gets like too loose. Not motor, whatever it's called.
Use and
Piston.
Me's and Use. 2 years from now, sponsored by Secret Labs. 2 years from now,
Oh man, what I would do
that's
for
the
a Secret Lab
fucking
chair.
dream. That's the dignity right there. What you do for a Secret Lab
Yep,
chair. That's
you're
the
right,
measure
you're
of your dignity.
Yep. It's approximately 1 Secret Lab chair. That's my
Holy
dignity.
shit.
That's where I sell out.
Sweatpants and hoodies are a wave. I used to wear hoodies all the time when I was in 8th grade because I was fat. That's it. That's the whole story. Speaking of
Hoodies are great. I like hoodies.
being old, soft hoodies are great. Speaking of
hoodies and shorts. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
jorts,
What?
you say jorts?
No, I said hoodies and shorts. Like that.
Oh, I thought you said jorts, like your fucking body in a tank top with a tan line, walk around in jorts with your balls hanging out. That's
With-
American as fuck, dude.
with one piece of hay coming out. Of my
That's
mouth.
American as fuck, dude.
I tell you what.
Anyone that wears jorts, I want to be my grill master, but I don't want him to touch the food with his hands.
Or the kids. Sorry, Jake. All right, go ahead.
Oh. Speaking of old, speaking of me being old, speaking of October, by the way. Huh? Huh?
The big 2-7.
You're old as shit, dog.
I know, man.
Have I known you since you were 21?
Before that,
Really?
19. Possibly 18. Somewhere in the 18.
I've not known you since you were 19. Really?
So I was a freshman in college at 17.
You were?
Yeah, because my birthday's October. I went to college 2011.
Oh, so then you were always the youngest kid in class then.
Close to it. Our cutoff was like end of November.
So you barely made it. You're a year sooner though, because you would normally be going into college at 18. You're a year sooner.
Most people were 18.
Yeah, so your parents put you in kindergarten or whatever 1 year earlier.
No.
Yeah.
Our cutoff was November 31st. So I went to school with people who were born December 92 all the way to November 93. That was our class year.
Huh.
But the year is September to June.
I'll allow it for now.
So for September, August, so August, September, and beginning of October, I was 17 in college.
So you were just 17 and then turned 18 basically 2 days later?
Yeah, 3 months later, yeah, in college, yeah.
Quick
and
question,
then-
can a laid back person be toxic or sweaty? Because I'm not sure. Keep talking. I was just reading chat.
I didn't meet you freshman year. I turned 18. And then 18, it was either I was 18 or 19 because I met you sophomore year. I think I was 19. I think it was towards the end of sophomore year.
23? I did not meet you when I was 15. I met you when I was 16. For sure. 100%.
It was not junior year.
I met you when I was 16. For sure.
When's your birthday? God damn it.
January 25th.
And
That would be
16,
what
year?
7 years ago. I turned 16.
2013.
Yeah.
January of 2013.
It would have been later.
No, it had to have been before that.
It was not before that because I met Kim when I was 17. I remember talking to Kim on my 17th birthday, which means that I would have only known you like a few months before. So I probably met you in like December-ish, which means that you would have just had your birthday. So I probably met you in December-ish of when I was 16.
I would have been 19.
That seems right.
How old are you?
23? That seems right.
No. It's a 3.5 year difference.
Yeah, like my
Fuck.
brother.
Oh, my head.
Why does your head hurt? I've known you for 7 years. I've known you for 7 years.
I think it's 8 years.
It's not 8 years because I met Kim when I was 17.
All right, 7 years. I don't care. Whatever. It's done.
It'll be 8 years and 3 months. Kind of.
Sure.
Kind of. It's like a cheating 8 years, really. Your birthday's 3 days before mine. Who's pup? Get a laid back. What are you doing? Knock that off. You aware of how terrible that sounds? Can a laid back person be toxic or sweaty? Because I'm not sure. Yes, but I guess that kind of takes away from being laid back. Like laid back people can still get upset. But if you're talking about they're so laid back to where normal things don't agitate them, they're like not normally aggressive, then maybe not.
I'm laid back, but I could be toxic and sweaty
You're
sometimes.
not laid back at all. You're a piece of shit.
What?
You're actually an asshole. You think you're
Ask-
laid back?
Ask anyone in life, and they'll tell you I'm laid back.
What type of people do you know where you just keep people around you that lie to your face?
Real human beings.
Real human beings.
IRL.
Real human beings. Actual sized beings.
Actual pinto human beings.
I do not believe you. Unless they just don't know the real Kyle and we have the monstrosity of whatever whenever you let that shit out. Do they not know full energy Kyle? Is that the thing?
I just take out my life's shit on you guys.
You're a real piece of shit.
Exactly. Because that's what I come home to every day.
What do you mean?
Hey, how was work? It was good. Well, you are a real piece of shit. Of course it was good. Every day.
You're such shit.
Thank you. That's
We're so nice to you.
Exhibit A.
So the thing is, that just means that we are your closer friends than anyone else because they don't see that other side of you being a degenerate piece of shit, weeaboo video game player.
No, they just don't care.
What do you mean they don't care? Oh wait, is this sad? Are we getting sad?
No, it's just like they know I don't like going out that much. Like I don't like spending that much time with other people. Like I like my alone time.
Yeah, so then they don't know who you really are. And
No,
the
they do.
reality is, I'm going to tell you what the reality is. What the reality is, you're a real
This
piece
guy's
of
got pasta.
shit, Kyle.
It's pretty sus.
For sure. I mean, like,
You can just make up whatever you want. Go ahead.
I'm not making up anything because I'm the same person all the way through. I'm the same. I mean, there's a lot meaner, more choice words said when I'm not on the internet, but I'm the same person all the way through. It's just that there's this whole other side of you. You're thrashing Kyle. That's for
I don't
later.
think that's what that word means.
I mean, it's fine that they don't know that, but the reason they like you so much or the reason they think you're so relaxed is because they don't know you like I know you. And the reality
I'm telling
is,
you, they do know me.
and they're still friends with you.
Agree with you.
They completely did, but have they met this side of you?
I'm telling you, they have. That's how we got here.
And they're still friends with you.
Obviously,
Are they pieces of shit?
they're assholes. They're not pieces of shit.
You think you have too many friends?
Yeah.
You just had like 6 or 7 names in your head, like get rid of him, see ya, Jake, him.
I could easily wait. Don't throw Jake in there. Jake's my friend.
I'm clipping that
I'm
and
gonna
sending it
clip
to
that
him.
Fucking perfect.
Someone clip that, please, and send it to Jake right now. It will ruin his whole day. Noble wants us to think it's the same dude we see on cam, but I tell you, he's a cowboy, and I'm gonna prove it one day. I'm actually 3 cowboys in a trench coat. So, you're old as shit now. How do you feel?
No different, except my back hurts a little more. It's 26 to 27 is nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing-
it's nothing major, and you're also changing. You're in a good portion in your life because you really don't figure out anything, like unless you're lucky. At 21, you start figuring things out in your mid-20s, but again, you don't really know anything. But you're at a good point in your life where you're like, you got your job rolling, you got a girl, you're changing your diet, you know it needs to be done, you're working on your emotional health. Like, you're definitely attacking it before you hit your 30s, which is really important. That is based on your diet, by the way, Tommy.
It's a weird thing to be normal.
That's 100% based on your diet.
Yeah, I feel like that's not normal.
Yeah.
My brothers are 30s and they don't have that normal. I asked them, hey, do you have diarrhea now that you're 30? And they say, go away, loser.
It's just the normal conversation when you hit 30. Be prepared for the diarrhea. What?
Happy birthday.
I actually, I don't know the last time I had a bad poop. Because my diet's so clean.
I mean, if you get like a stomach virus or something, it might happen.
Oh, I don't
Like
get
if you get
sick.
sick or something,
I don't get sick.
you jinxed it.
I literally haven't. I haven't been sick in 2 years. I don't get sick. I take way too good of care of my body.
I mean, that doesn't stop. It's because like you don't work out like outside. Like imagine exposing yourself to hundreds of people every day on like public transportation stuff. You don't
Yeah,
think you would get sick then?
that's true. There's a real possibility.
Working with kids.
I'm
like
never gonna work with kids. I'm not a dumb person. I'm never gonna have kids sneezing in my. I sneezed into someone's ear once, by the way.
Ugh,
It was tough.
that's gross. I actually didn't need to know that.
It was tough. It was so funny. It was tough.
That's gross.
I also fed that kid sand one time and told him it was popcorn chicken.
I do too, Nostra. No, Thomas. I'm trying to go to Thomas.
Name
I
is
also
Tommy.
drink a lot of coffee. So good.
I don't know the last time I went. You ever shit your pants?
No, but I have a story.
You've never shit your pants before?
No.
What's the definition? Are we talking the difference between sharding and shitting your pants?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
I've
when I
never
was
shit my
golfing-
pants.
Yeah, okay. Then yes.
And yes, you shit your pants?
Well, it depends on what you think it is.
Was there more than an ounce of poop in your pants?
You fucking measure it. I don't know.
We're talking both the undies and pants are unusable after. Yeah,
No,
if you
I've never
shit,
had that.
yeah, if you shit your pants, you gotta take and throw it outside. You sharded.
Did he still throw it in someone's face? Because that's funny. Just went full chimpanzee on him.
That would have been so funny. Yeah, someone sneezed on my sandwich and I slapped him with it. That's hilarious.
How do you sneeze on someone's sandwich?
That is pretty. Okay.
How?
We're talking about the mature. You have to direct your sneeze. We're talking about maturity. We're talking about maturity issues. If you sneeze on someone's sandwich, that's the grounds for a fight.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
fight.
completely comfortable with that fight.
Yeah. Before COVID, sneezing on people is funny. Tommy, you
No,
and your
it
friends are
wasn't. That was
fucking
never funny.
weird.
What the fuck?
Oh shit. Anyway, so I've never shit my pants.
If
before.
you sneezed on me, it's on site. I'm throwing hands right away.
Really, if someone sneezed on you, even as an accident,
Who does as an what? Who
I'm
do you hang
gonna
out with?
sneeze in your mouth when I see you.
I'm gonna lay on top of you till you can't breathe.
That's my fetish. Oh,
I can't.
fuck.
Oh no, okay, it's different. Like they sneeze into their arm or they sneeze into like their hand or so, and like a little bit, like kind of like they didn't get it all.
Just
like,
cover
they
half
go-
your mouth and nose.
But if they go like, "Hey, dude, like high five," and you go to give them a high five, and they just pull you in, sneeze in your face.
I mean, sneeze and yell and spray. Yeah, like there's definitely shitter friends. Like I had a memory the other day where people went to a movie and
Dude, I'm heated. I'm so heated right now.
people stirred around my yogurt or my frozen yogurt to look like someone spit in it, and I go, I mean, I had an older brother. I was the only person there that had an older brother. I was like, who the fuck spit in my yogurt? Like, something's gonna happen here. That's the thing too. Like when we were kids, there's definitely more of like a bullying and hazing era. Like wet willies are like actually disgusting. By the way, they're still funny, but they're actually disgusting. Wet willies are disgusting. Swirlies are disgusting.
One of my friends told me to brush teeth with. That's wrong, but like,
Hold on, I want to get back to that. That's really interesting. I want to get back to that.
Okay.
That's really interesting. But yeah, like spitting in people's food, like that does make me start gagging if we talk about it too much. So we're not going to. But that's disgusting. Anyway, you want to tell the story of when I've sharted in my pants before one time, and it blew my mind. I was like so uncomfortable with myself because I was like, oh my god, I'm getting old.
It's not like a good story. It's not even about me. It was just my friend got drunk and literally slept outside and shit himself. Like, full on.
Spitting in
Like,
food is
while
real
he was
low.
in
Yeah,
the
that's
toilet.
disgusting. Yeah, I've never shit my pants, thankfully. Cross my fingers.
We've
Wait until
had,
I'm 80. If I ever get to the point where someone has to change my diaper, by the way, I want you to shoot me in the head. You'll probably be dead by then, but I want you to come back and like haunt me or
I
like
think so, yeah.
paralyze me or like I don't know, like maybe hang out and kiss. That's how I felt when one of my
Stop,
friends
Woody. You don't do that. You absolutely don't do that. pup. What? No, I'm never talking to Lord of your pup again.
I pooped in a stairwell in the Philippines once. You know what Francis is so bad? You live, you learn, you know what not to do. So let's talk about this first, about all these degenerates. That's how I
Oh
felt.
my
Kyle, one of my
God,
friends
dude.
told me he brushed his teeth while he took poops. That's okay. So we'll get back to that. I'll catch up on
That's
chat
a
in a second.
degenerate thing to do.
That's a disgusting human, right?
That's not as bad as sneezing in someone's face.
No, sneezing in someone's face is straight up disrespectful. But brushing your teeth while you poop is like taking a pool shower. Like you're just a disgusting person.
Yeah, like you're a gross person. Yeah,
It's like
that's fair.
there's a whole difference, by the way,
That's good
between brushing your teeth while you pee and brushing your teeth while you poop. Everyone
I
brushes
brush
their
my
teeth.
teeth while I pee.
Everyone brushes their teeth while they're peeing. Even girls. It's way more gross because it goes down their legs, and women are disgusting. Women are just ugh, yuck, gross. Women, ew, yucky,
Gross. Yeah.
gross creatures. But if you brush your teeth while you poop, it's like, oh well, it's the same. It's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I've been pissed on by a lot of girls, but I'll never let a girl shit on my chest again. I wish I could have finished that.
That's fine too, James.
I wish I could have finished that with a straight face.
I have friends that said they brush their teeth in the shower too. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, brushing your teeth in the shower is fine.
Every time I turn on the shower, I have to pee. I pee in the
Really?
shower. Yeah. It's like built into my brain now when I hear the shower.
If I have to poop after I shower, it will actually put a whole damper on my day because it feels like
I get back in the shower if I have to.
I feel like I'm re-dirtying.
Yeah.
Only time I shit in the shower was when I was 19. Had a whole king. I mean, that happens to everyone that gets too. I think that happens to everyone that gets too hammered. Like everyone has a story like that where they just lay in their vomit or their shit in the shower, and you're like, I'm never drinking again. But you're 19 years old, so you're on top of the world, and you do it again the next day.
I've personally seen more than one person sit in their own vomit.
It's a mess. It's like 20. It's always the age range. It's never 18-year-old kids because like they're not smart enough to get to that point, but then also not get past. It's like I'd say 20 to 25. If you're 28 years old and you're still sitting in your vomit, go to therapy. That's a fucking mess.
Yeah, I've also witnessed people at the bar taking a drink, duck under the bar, throw up, and then get back up like nothing happened.
That's
like
tough.
Just like put their head under, throw up, and then get back up and resume drinking.
That's tough.
Honestly, I respect it. Honestly,
yeah, I mean your life choices are wrong, but
yeah. There you go. She walked out into Ralph in the tub. I haven't heard someone say Ralph in literally like
15 years
before I met you.
I haven't heard someone say Ralph in so long. I had to clean the tub and wipe it before we left. Like,
yeah, that's terrible. I just make them do it. Like shove them in it.
Is it just after that shitty gym? Was it just like an immediate breakup? Because like you around 6 to 7 months is where you know you'll be with a person for a while. Like no one really breaks up at the 8-month mark.
Yeah.
Is that why you hit her with your car? We did it for 3 years. Nice shitty gym.
Best black comment. If we were all drinking at a friend's house, only like 6 of us. The next morning, all 6 of us were scattered throughout our little city. One dude was in high school and only had one slipper on. Another was parked on the golf course. I was sleeping in my shed. It sounds like you made out like the best. You ended up back home.
Yeah, you somehow got back home. I'm surprisingly unfazed by bodily fluids. I mean, it's not that shitty jam. It's just that you were in love, and if you know anyone that gets blackout drunk a month into dating and wants to show that side to someone, like getting blackout drunk is not cool. That's like I definitely wouldn't want to show my friends or my significant other that at any point in my life.
Oh, never mind. They made out the best. I love waking up at the beach, especially if you don't know how you got there. What a rush!
The last time I slept at the beach was when I was 17 years old, and I woke up. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was so cold. I won't get too far into that story on stream, at least yet. But I woke up, and I was so fucking cold. And then I just had to walk back home cold. And I had my blanket wrapped around me like a scarf / turban. I was so fucking cold. It sucked, dude. Anyway. So back to you being old. How are you feeling?
Yeah. I'm alright actually. I finally perfected opening up an apple with my hands, so I felt good.
Like that? Like you can open up an apple with your hands, like split it in half?
Yeah.
Nice.
I it's something I wanted to do, so I don't hold it like that though, because my hands are too big. So I have to like. I don't have a ball that's big enough to
His
show.
birthday's in 2 weeks. We have 4 birthdays this month.
But like, I hold one side like this, and the other side like this, and
You go with the top of the finger like that?
like a pinch, yeah, and then like this.
Oh, that's weird. I go with.
It's because my hands are too big to go like this.
It depends on the size of the apple. Yeah, I don't do it with fingers though. I do it with my palms because you can get more force. The fingers are just for the grip. I don't want to split it with my fingers.
The one side's the palm, but the other side's the finger.
Oh, so you're pinching, and then the other side is the palm that you're just tweaking
Yeah.
down. Oh, okay. Okay.
Either way, it doesn't.
You just did it 4 times in a row with your fucking fingers up.
I mean, it's the same thing, right?
No, it's a
Like,
grip change.
If you apply the palm to the bottom and pull apart with this, it's the same thing as doing it the other way.
No, because you're gripping on the bottom. That you're gripping versus you're digging. If you have it on top,
I'm not digging. I'm pulling apart.
yeah, but you're kind of more. It's not wasting an apple. It will impress at least one person around you.
Also,
then-
I always eat the apple.
Yeah, you get 2 halves of an apple. You love apples, by the way. What do you
I
wait,
love apples.
Where do you rate apples on a fruit tier list? Because you're not going to be happy where Chat and I rate them. Because we did a fruit tier list the other day.
I don't eat based on what chat thinks fruit should be.
I fucking didn't say that you do, but I just don't think you're going to be happy. Just like if someone said that they don't like pizza that much.
Probably high A.
Yeah,
I don't
Chat.
think they're S tier because I can't really go after like I wouldn't eat more than 2, but like.
Chat and I
But
give.
what if you don't have a knife, Eric?
Chat and I gave
someone
apples.
else wants an apple. You should be like, oh, we'll go bite for bite. And then they fuck around and take a double bite. You're supposed to have a little ass bite. What are you gonna do? Rip it in half.
That sentence has never been said before. That sentence has never once been said before. We gonna go bite for bite? Who the fuck thinks like that?
How else do you split an apple?
Anyway, I also always carry a knife. But
Pizza
anyway,
doesn't,
if you rate apples lower than A, you haven't had a Cosmic Crisp or a Honey Crisp. I think you just rate apples too highly. Apples are, I think we put them at a C, maybe a B. Apples aren't that good.
Apples are delicious. There's so many different types too.
The thing about apples too, so the
It
way
is, Pop, you should learn to do it. You feel strong afterwards, even if like it's not that hard.
yeah, the Washington apples will flip your shit. No, Shitty Jim, that's not the thing. Because the way that a fruit tier system works is that you can't rate it based on what it goes well with. Because apples would be S plus if you could be like, oh yeah, caramel apples. I like apples with whipped cream. Or like apple sauce. Like, no, it's not fair. We're talking about
most people would probably put
fruit.
grapes at the top then because it's wine.
Yeah, and grapes suck too. Grapes are,
What
I
are you
think, are
talking
CRB.
about?
You're just gonna pop grapes all day? Are you fucking
Dude,
mad?
I literally eat like a full bag of grapes.
You're disgusting. Actually, I don't like grapes right now because I put somewhere between 20 and 34 cotton candy grapes in my mouth the other day. The pure grape flavor made me gag so hard.
What else did you even have in the list? Like, I know tomatoes aren't above D.
No, tomatoes were enough.
Okay.
Let me
Oranges have to be up there. Clementines,
pull up the list. I don't think we rated tangerines.
tangerines, yeah.
Let me pull up the list really quickly.
There's a list somewhere, Tommy.
There's a list. There is a video about it too. Let's see.
Crack some halos open.
What tiers do you want to know about fruit, or do you just want to know about certain fruits?
Just give me S. Rattle off S.
Mangoes, kiwis, and strawberries.
Strawberries, I agree with. Mangoes are like BA for me. And what was the other one? Kiwi?
Kiwi.
I'm not a big kiwi fan. I'd probably like a B.
So the way that we describe it is like, the way that we decided on it is because they do have taste and natural versatility. A bunch of these fruits that are at the S tier can go with or on everything, but you don't need to mix them into something. Like, you can put a blueberry on a dessert. You're not putting an apple on dessert. You're putting the apples in the dessert. It's the same thing about strawberries. Strawberries are completely versatile. And then kiwis are actually superfoods on top of tasting really good. They're really good for you. Also, mangoes slap. Mangoes are delicious.
I like peanut butter and apples.
Peanut butter and apples is fantastic, but you can't. Peanut butter and apples S tier. Apples alone, you're missing out. Like, there's so much to peanut butter. That's the thing.
There's so much to apples. There's so many different kinds.
We put apples at C tier. We put
How?
Grapes at C tier.
Couldn't
Cherries
be
at
me.
C tier.
I agree with that.
F was pomegranates and tomatoes. I fucking hate pomegranates. Um,
I don't mind.
E was papaya. D was dragon fruit and
Oh,
honeydew.
yeah.
A was blueberries, bananas, oranges,
Bananas. Yep, those are A for me.
raspberries,
Peaches.
limes.
What about plums? Where would you put
I
them?
put plums at A tier with nectarines. I put peaches in B tier. That's my personal thing. I'm not that big of a peaches guy.
Okay. I probably agree with the B on the peaches. I like peach flavor things, but actual peaches as an individual fruit.
And then B was
True, dragon
lemons,
fruit is, yeah, that's
blackberries, watermelon, coconut, pineapple, peaches, and pears.
true. That's another one that's bottom tier for me.
What is?
Coconut.
See, coconut's another one that's you just don't like coconut at all, like the flavor.
So when I had fresh coconut,
Mm-hmm. Did it ruin coconut for you?
No, it was okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
really?
like super impressed, but it wasn't like, you know, I wouldn't want to sit there and drink it all day. Like I'll have it with something, and all the artificial coconut flavors makes me want to gag.
Yeah, the artificial coconut flavors are gross. Coconut also got pretty high rated because it's just like another one of those things that's so good for you and so versatile.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why if you're on an island you can have coconuts versus fucking a handful of bananas. I don't think the fruit video's on YouTube yet. I'll put it up pretty soon. I've been uploading a lot of Among Us content recently. So we'll see. We might do another rating list soon because those are really fun. Actually, a heartbreaker because I'm thinking about more content I've been making. I've been playing a lot more Pokemon, as you've seen. Among Us, Mini Masters. I actually haven't played Apex, which was like my premier game for the last 6 months. I haven't played it in 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's kind of a heartbreak. Wow. 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 Kind of a heartbreaker. Tomatoes go on the sus tier? No, I gave tomatoes a big fat F. Tomatoes are disgusting.
Oh, they're not sus. We know exactly where they belong.
Yeah, tomatoes are disgusting. I totally psyched out chat too. Hilarious. I put tomatoes at S tier. And I was like, where do you guys think tomatoes honestly are? Like, from what you know about me. And everyone's like, oh, you're healthy. You must like tomatoes. And I go, yep, tomatoes. And then I spin the mouse around and then drag to the bottom. I go, tomatoes are F because they are fucking suck. I hate tomatoes, dude. Does Apex feel like a chore? If I'm trying to grind for content and I'm into single lobbies, then yeah, kind of. It's like I would need people that want to play religiously. But there's so few people that are still in love with the game, and I see people getting further and further away from it. Like a bunch of pro players are leaving the game too. I was telling Kyle the other day that someone that won 5 championships and like 10 in a row, or so, he won like 5 major championships and like 10 small championships in a row, just left TSM because he's afraid the game's gonna die and he doesn't want to crash with it. It's like, wow, it's a heartbreaker because it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. They just can't figure it out. If they made a TDM, we would play every single day. Like my friends and I would play every single day because the guns feel so good. I don't know, dude. Fruit and veggies can't be tiered out for me unless there's a weird scientific classification that we're actually all following. I don't eat fruits and veggies based on flavor. I eat it based on season of that fruit or veggie and usually eat it raw. So that's the thing, like why you could tier list it. I like juice a lot, but I was squeezing by name for
Everything can be tier listed. It's just personal opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely personal opinion. What game were we talking about again? My thing crashed. We were talking about Apex, Pop.
Apex.
Yeah, Albert Lilly, I think, is trying to go pro in Valorant. Yeah, everything can be tiered out. Like, you could do basic crackers and be like, oh, how do I feel about Ritz crackers versus something else? What if I am a fruit myself? Lamau. Phasmophobia streamer family. That game doesn't look that interesting to me right now. I'm super anal about my games because I've played so many bad games for so long that I like. A tier is
You know
the
how
top.
hard it was to get Noble into Among Us?
It wasn't hard at all.
It was hard.
It took 1 day.
It took multiple days of us playing before you started.
You guys played 1 time without me.
No, we played like 3.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I thought you played 1 time.
No, we played a few different times.
And also, I only like good games. You know that. So I had to tier it out. I had to tack it out. S tier is the top.
Very picky.
I'm very picky when it comes to games because I only like good games. I don't want to spend my time on a bad game because if I'm gonna be, it wasn't 1 day. It was like maybe 3 days max. It really wasn't that long.
No, yeah, that's what I said.
It really wasn't that long at all, Eric. Because I started watching gameplay of it, and I decided to play with my friends casually, and I started watching gameplay of it more, and now I think about it every time I go to sleep, and it's actually a severe problem.
It's totally normal.
It's actually a very severe problem now. I think about it all the fucking time. That game's a blast, by the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That was one of the positives of 2020, right?
That's something that kind of
Gotta be that game.
irks me in general, because taste can't be discussed. Taste can be discussed. You definitely can define good. That's not true at all. Something can be generally or S tier has to be blueberries, bananas, and mangoes. Yeah, those I could see all those being
Those
S
are-
tier for a
yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're definitely up there. Those three I can do everything with. Yeah, those are minimum. All of those fruits are minimum A tier, unless you hate the taste of one of them, but like just the versatility of them. Have you ever had We have a dehydrator too, dude. Dried mango is delicious. Have you ever had like a mango sorbet?
Ice cream?
Yeah,
Sorbet, yeah.
dude. What's good for you can be shit for me, like pizza. Well, I mean that's a different taste thing, but that doesn't change the fact that it's generally well liked. It doesn't make pizza a bad food. Pizza would generally be considered a good food because of that. Just because you dislike it doesn't make it a bad food. You're entitled to your opinion and your own taste. You're just wrong. You ever heard those people that say that they don't like water because it doesn't have a good taste?
I want to slap those people. Like, water is so delicious. I love it.
What about pizza do you not like, by the way, Eric? Same with games? Well, Eric, that's the same thing with everything in
It's
like
same
every
thing with
aspect
anything.
of life.
Movies,
Yeah.
TV shows. That's just the way it is.
You cannot like The Godfather, but there's a reason why it's generally regarded as one of the best movies. Like you can dislike something, but if
Depends. Jim, shitty Jim. Is that shitty Jim?
room temp water, cold water, yeah, it depends. It depends.
Bro, if you're
go ahead.
if you're hot and sweaty, and you crave water, you don't crave room temp water.
Cold water out of the ice chest at the beach, then crush some watermelon after.
Wow,
I'm getting a little turned on right now.
I'm dripping.
Oh!
It's really hot in here.
Who actually said they didn't like pizza? Yeah, if you don't like cheese and sauce, see, that's like there's so many specifics to that. And also, Eric, you could find if you like dough, like you could easily make a pizza you like. There are
Eat a flatbread.
probably
Yeah.
billions of different types of pizza at this point. Like with how progressive California has become with their pizza. I had pears on a pizza the other day, Kyle. You would have been furious.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Pears,
Barbecue chicken pizza is good, pup. I'll give you that.
I don't like barbecue chicken pizza. Pears, arugula, like bacon crisps, parmesan, and balsamic. By the way, the hipster has ruined balsamic for me. I just want to say.
Really?
Being an Italian man, I am so offended about the use of balsamic vinegar now. Because my prototypical salad dressing is olive oil.
I've never been to Hawaii, Tommy. Sorry.
We'll come visit you, Tommy. My prototypical salad dressing is olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I see a balsamic glaze on every other food picture now. It's the same reason why I fucking hate cilantro too. Do you know why I hate cilantro?
No, I didn't. I'm not surprised.
That I hate. Yeah, it's if you spend a week with me and I told you I hate cilantro, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah. I
Fucking
heard
hate
Italian
cilantro.
pizza wasn't good.
It's different.
It's not normal. Yeah, it's not the pizza we know.
Yeah, it's like Japanese pizza. Like it's probably great to them, but if you went over, do you know what Japanese pizza is? It's really sweet.
No. What do they put?
They put
like soy sauce on it.
Sweet mayo on it, bananas, pineapple. Like it's really sweet. But I've changed the subject. You've done nothing, Eric, except for just embarrass yourself. Toronto liking is a hereditary thing. I'm pretty sure. No, it's you can have the gene where cilantro tastes like soap. Cilantro is just a bad. Like I don't like cilantro because it is overused so much. I'm like the king of the hipsters, pup, into where that I'm such a hipster that I've reverted back to hating hipsters. I've gone the full circle. You have the soap thing? No, cilantro's disgusting. Cilantro sucks. It's terrible. I fucking hate cilantro. Because it's just put on top of it. Because it's pretty leaf. This is what goes on in Oonga Boonga Chef Brain. They go, ooh, pretty leaf. Let me put as garnish. It's the same thing as kale, too.
Oonga Boonga Chef.
Like kale's disgusting. Bit of pork, jalapenos, pineapple, cheese, barbecue sauce, pepperonis, green onions, and you can do. I would do that without.
Pineapple.
You don't like pineapple on pizza?
No.
I would do that without barbecue pizza sauce, but everything else there sounds amazing.
What is
So-
barbecue pizza sauce?
Yeah, cilantro is so good on the right food. I disagree so strongly. You can go without like a cilantro lime sauce from Chipotle way. You can go without needing cilantro on any food.
It's not straight barbecue. I'd rather have straight barbecue, like
To make it a little
drizzled
sweeter.
on.
I don't really like sauce, like a different sauce other than tomato sauce on my pizza.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, but you're a pizza connoisseur.
Because-
maybe I need to expand my brain.
A lot of pizza places here don't overload the sauce. There's more cheese and bread.
Vietnamese cuisine has lots of cilantro. Well, I guess the thing that we're talking about that's a little bit different here, Trang, is that when I think of how often cilantro is used, how much it's overused, like, because I absolutely love Vietnamese food, but it's the same thing as, like, if you go out to get Thai food, then there's supposed to be peanuts in your Thai dish. Like, I don't want pad Thai if it's not going to have peanuts in it. That's traditional pad Thai. But if I'm just going to a Mexican restaurant and then they throw peanuts on the side, what are you doing? It's the same thing with cilantro. It's just like someone decided that they were the most cultured person on the planet, and I see cilantro in every single one of my foods, and it upsets me because it's a garnish, and it upsets me. Like, I would rather have green onions 100 times out of 100 because it actually provides something, or chopped up parsley. But cilantro has such a specific taste, and they put it on everything. Like, oh, it's just gonna put a damper on my day. Green onions slap. Do you have stuff written down that you want to talk about, by the way?
This was it. No.
It's like, whoa.
No, it's all right. Let's just chill with chat. I like
Just
chat.
want to chill with chat now? All right, chat. We'll chill. You're leaving it in an hour, right? I don't remember what you had to do.
What? No, it's already way past.
I thought you had softball at 9.
Oh, I got canceled.
Oh, okay. Snappies and Paws is actually bomb. What your shoe says,
What's
Noble?
you?
Let me show my
What's you? Shoe size.
let me show my feet on stream really quick. Do you have nice feet?
They're okay.
I have.
They're not like weird. I have like a condition, so like you can see like my blood vessels leaking into my feet. Why is that funny?
Oh,
You're
fuck.
making fun of my disease?
Yeah, 100%.
That's
100%.
fair.
I have like a condition. That's hilarious. I'll send you a picture of my foot. Tell me if I have a nice looking foot. I think I have pretty good looking feet. I think I have pretty good looking feet.
I didn't get it. Got him.
Like if I saw my feet on a foot display, I'd be like, that guy's a pretty nice looking foot. I told Cody that his feet were ugly the other day, and it really hurt it. Dude, I talk so much at the end of the day I can't talk at all. And he got really self-conscious. It was hilarious. That's a pretty nice looking foot.
You have hairy legs.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
People don't think that, huh? I have really hairy legs.
Oh, your big toe's bigger than your second toe. My second toe's bigger than my big toe. Like
My
longer.
second toe is actually bigger than my big toe. It's just the angle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like a normal foot. My second toe is bigger, yeah.
I gotta talk to you about something off stream about Cody and falling in love again.
Oh god.
That guy's a real piece of shit.
Yes, he is.
We can talk about Asian cuisine. We can talk about Asian cuisine all day. You have a favorite Asian food? Have you ever had Thai food?
Yeah.
Thai food's my. I love Thai. I love Vietnamese food too. Not the women; they're all terrible. But I love Thai food. Thai food slaps. Vietnamese food slaps. Chinese food is actually like lower for me. It's Chris, friend of the stream, friend of the show. Loves Chinese food because his girlfriend's Chinese, so he's had traditional Chinese food. I really want to try that. Sushi is. I could eat sushi every day for the rest of my life. Never blink an eye. I'm more of a seafood guy. I've always been more of a seafood guy than a steak guy. I'll crush a good steak once in a while, but I'm always more of a seafood guy.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm a steak guy.
I just like I don't know what it is, but I love seafood so much. I will crush every seafood. I'm not an oyster guy, really, but I will crush every single seafood. I love seafood so much. Also, lobster's overrated. I'm gonna say it here right now. Fight me. Lobster's overrated. Lobster kind of sucks.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight you over that. I don't like seafood that much. I like calamari. I like what else is seafood? I don't even know seafood.
I hate salmon.
I like fish. Like I'll eat fish.
Big sushi.
No,
Big sashimi.
I've had it. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Shrimp. I like shrimp.
Buttered shrimp. Fried shrimp. Shrimp in a bun. Shrimp on your skewer. Japanese food technical. Clean Korean food. Healthy food of the people. And healthy for the people. It's fun. Vietnamese food slaps. Japanese food slaps too. I don't think I've ever really had good Chinese food.
You're a good Korean food.
I've had okay Korean food.
We've gone to a few places in New York City.
Sashimi might be hard, Maddie, like the first time you try it, but it's delicious. It might be different because it's straight up raw fish.
We got
But then you start rolling with it, and you're like, oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, that's like we'll go out not that often, like once, maybe twice a year, and get sashimi. It's her favorite.
I like her. She can stay around. You, not so much.
We go to like a really really high end place. Yeah, she loves it.
Trang, you and I are gonna go out on a friend date, and we're gonna go get sashimi and talk shit about Kat.
Please do. Take him away. Get him out.
100%. I thought you were going to take her away. You ever had taco, as in takoyaki pop? Oysters are underrated. I'm not a big oyster guy, but I have a gag reflex though. I sucked way too much dick when I was younger. I have a sick gag reflex.
You did.
Gotta pay the bills though. You know what? I think that's what separates me as a joke man. I think the fact that I can say that with a straight face. I think that's what separates me as a joke man.
Yeah, because it was a joke. Totally.
As an octopus on rice. Yeah, takoyaki.
Yeah, and it's weird because my other best friend, JJ, he's same thing as you, big seafood fanatic. He'll eat it every meal if he could.
Am I one of your best friends?
No.
Say it. Say it.
Hamill's my best friend. Don't shoot me.
Look me in my eyes. As an octopus VJ type dish that I would kill everyone in this chat for. Good thing I'm not in the chat.
Imagine being in chat.
Yeah, octopus salad is great too. There's just like
octopus too.
The Japanese had it right in that there's so much versatility with fish. Like when the first settlers came over here, and they're like, "Oh, let's go kill that bison." Like, don't get me wrong, a bison burger is good, but it's so much to transfer. There's so much they have to do with everything. You just go catch a fish. It's so much good fat and good protein, and just the perfect amount of carbs where you could fill yourself up with 100 other things. I love seafood. It slaps. You ever had a bison burger?
I don't think so.
Fantastic. Have you had Wagyu beef yet?
Yes.
Dude, there are Wagyu patties or Wagyu ground. There's Wagyu ground beef.
When we went to the sashimi place, I had it. She got sashimi and I got that.
Nice. There's
it was expensive.
I imagine. There's Wagyu ground beef at my grocery store, but it's $8 for like maybe almost a pound.
I was gonna say not that much.
I would eat it probably every other. Dude, it makes bomb burgers. I would probably eat it every other day if I could, but it's like, what am I gonna spend $24 on 3 meals?
What was the
How big animals was that one would feed your fam for a year? Well, it wasn't really so much of a family thing because it was the whole place, the whole community. I also found out recently that the reason that like our generation doesn't like fat so much or doesn't like organ meat so much is because we don't need it. And the reason that they ate it so much back then, it wasn't dependent on the taste, but they needed fat in their body because they burned so many calories all day, every day. Like, whoa, that's really interesting. They needed that rich fat in their body. So I was watching a hunting video where they would just where the guy took bear fat and then wrapped the bear heart in it and then ate that. He was like, yeah, I need, because he was out in the backcountry backpacking. He's like, I need this in my body. Whoa, that's crazy. That's baller.
Yeah.
That's baller.
It's crazy that he knows that he needs that too. I mean, I'm sure it's, well tested.
Yeah,
and rehearsed.
You spend enough time out there. Like, obviously, you're not going to eat the whole thing because the amount of iron in a bear heart. But it's like, if I would need actual resources in my body, am I going to go get a pizza? Like, if you have the choice, 99% of people, well, I would assume that people are smarter than that, but a large majority of people are taking pizza right there over that bear heart. But then you're 5 hours into backpacking and then you're shitting your pants and you have a stomach ache if you take the pizza. It's interesting. It's really interesting. That's why people go on the paleo diet. That's why so many people get away from processed foods, because like that stuff actually kills you. Like how I was explaining to Cody and how we opened last week's podcast, where I was like, you understand that you have sugar at every
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not good. He'll be having some trouble down the road.
Oh, I can't wait for him to.
That's what it is. It's a long-term investment in yourself. Like, you're not going to see the results right away from
I want to be a jacked. There was what's his name? Why is his name escaping me right now? Tim Kennedy. Tim Kennedy was on the JRE the other day, and he was saying, it's like, the reason that I eat like this, the reason I work out so hard is I want to be a jacked 70-year-old. I was like, I think I want to be a jacked 70. Like, it's dope. Like, you get older in life, your skin's not sagging, you don't have tattoos everywhere that are fucking bleeding and sagging, you don't have a beer gut, you can still play with your kids. Like, that's got to be one of the biggest things, right?
Probably.
You get to 35 years old and you can't play with your kids because like you have back problems. Okay, well, how do we sort those back problems? Well, you don't really work out. Like, I don't really work out because I don't like eating clean. Like, there's decisions you can make in life to take better care of yourself, and eating pasta. I mean, I'm 30 and I have zero problems. Isn't this the guy that shits his pants every other day?
That sounds like a problem.
Enough bear hearts, they start to develop a culture.
It's probably just the coffee, honestly, Tommy. If you just, I wouldn't even say cut out coffee, because I would never tell you to do something that I would never do. But like, I bet you if you like took a day off from coffee and you popped up Advils instead to get rid of the caffeine headache, like you probably wouldn't shit yourself that day. But you'd have a shitty headache, so take the good with the bad.
You have to pick.
Yeah, drink the bean juice. Enjoy the bathroom.
Command coffee. We do need a coffee command. If you guys have any other questions for us, go ahead. We're rolling to the twilight hours of the podcast right now. It's been an absolutely great podcast thus far. I can't wait to go kill some food and go rest.
I can't wait
hockey,
to
football,
go stream some Valorant. Heyo.
Non-GMO stuff. Oh, you're streaming today? Cool.
Sure.
Or was it even a thing? You had the life, Tommy. Tommy, are you a hockey fan? Like, do you watch professional hockey? I had a pretty good eating family as well. Who's your favorite
Big
team,
hockey
Tommy?
guy. Oh no, here we go.
Was every sport both of you have played? Football. I'll just answer for myself first. Football, t-ball. I don't think I ever got into baseball. I might have. Soccer, and then just MMA for a very long time.
Football, baseball, basketball, golf, tennis, soccer, lacrosse. I wrote them down. I think that's it. Volleyball. I played volleyball for 2 years.
Esports don't count. No, I don't. No, I don't. I watched an argument the other day on Twitter.
Any? I never did wrestling. I never did. What other sports are there?
Competitive eating.
Unfortunately, I didn't do that.
The Sabres are not good, Tommy. That makes me think you're not a real hockey fan. What am I gonna say? Blase ball's where it's at. Slurm! Slurm! I need to watch Futurama again.
Oh, I did bowling. I don't know if that counts, but I bowled in a league for
The
a few
Sabres
years.
are not middle of the pack, Tommy, and they haven't been to the playoffs in 9 years.
Join the club.
The Mets
Bowling
haven't been in a
counts. I
while.
did bowling for like 2 to 3 years.
Bowling doesn't count.
All right.
Anyway, there was an argument I saw the other day that someone was trying to argue that esports is harder than physical sports. I was like, ugh.
They're just, you can't compare them. That's such a stupid argument.
You can.
I mean, you really can't.
Like-
They're completely different skill sets.
Yeah, but it's like, what's more taxing on the body?
Oh, well, that's different from what's harder.
I would think that what would be more taxing would be more demanding, which would be harder.
I wouldn't say so.
In 2018, they almost made the playoffs. Kind of, Tommy. Kind of. I thought they got in.
You're just bringing up old heartbreaks now.
Yeah, it's pretty weird that I don't like you anymore, Tommy. And you have less respect for a grandmaster chess player than you have. No, chess is not. Also, I have zero respect for Aaron Rodgers. I don't like football at all. Football sucks. But grandmaster chess player is in a completely different category than League of Legends player. Like Kyle and I had this conversation the other day. But chess is one of the most beautiful games on the planet and one of the most beautiful games there will ever be because there is no luck involved in chess. It is just a pure mind game, a pure thinking game. It's an absolutely fascinating game. I will never. There's certain things I want to do in my life. Like I'd like to learn how to beatbox. I'd like to get better at freestyling. I'd like to be better fisherman and hunter. Chess is one of those things I respect. I'll never get better at it because I don't really care to. But chess is one of those things.
It requires a lot of time.
Yeah, I'll respect chess players forever. Like chess is an absolutely gorgeous game.
I want to learn Go.
And it's a solo game too, which makes it even more interesting.
That's because you haven't seen 4-player chess. Hey,
But like, if I'm looking for a team sport, I'm gonna watch hockey. If I'm looking for a singles competitive sport, I'm gonna watch fighting. In this club thingy, I even got rewarded for it. That's so German. Yeah, I was in a chess club when I was younger.
I was in chess club in high school, but it wasn't like much.
You can't deny the nuances in games like LOL. Mine. Shitty Jim, what are you trying to say? Yeah, I'm not trying to deny that at all. I played League of Legends at a pretty competitive level for like 3 years. Or Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z clubs. I like you again, Tommy. You fucking nerd.
Yeah. You snuck your way back in, Tommy.
It's just the fact that like in those games there are literally things that you can't control. In a generated game, there's literally things that you can't control. Theoretically, in a hockey game or a football game, you could control things, but that's also the difference between a good football team and a great hockey team. Or like why basketball sucks so badly. It's because you can have 2.5 players and carry an entire team. You can't do that in hockey. You can't really do that in football, but you can have a great defensive side of the team. That's why hockey is the best team sport in the world.
If only it wasn't played on ice.
Have you ever seen field hockey?